Do you want to improve your Rust aim in just 5 days? I got you. I've been working on an aim routine that I've been doing for only 2 hours a day. This will improve your recoil with all the guns as well as the bow. My aiming is average, I'd say. A lot of the time I'm losing gunfights from 75 meters onward. Not consistent with my shots and using some of the guns. So I had the bright idea to see what would happen if I dedicated some time playing with the guns in Rust every single day for a week.
You didn't have to cut me off.
What you're about to see is pretty convincing. These aim challenges are not hard at all. It'll take you 2 hours to do the whole course. So the whole aim train challenge consists of 4 sections. First challenge is the all gun warm up at 25 to 50 meters. The next challenge is the all bow and crossbow challenge. The third one is the AK only. And then the fourth one is the practical. So those are the 4 sections within the 2-hour session. If you get confused or lost anywhere along the way, I have a link down below to a text file that you can read everything. You can see the whole schedule, regime, whatever. So for the first section, the all gun warm up, using just the pistols first. This will be from 25 meters and you use each pistol for 2 minutes. At the end of it, you check the top left where it will show you your headshot accuracy and your overall accuracy. You write those down, you put that into the little file which is down below, and you can start tracking your data. After the pistols, you move from 25 meters to 50 meters, and then you got to try out all the SMGs. Same thing, you run it for 2 minutes. After the SMGs, it's the snipers, and then we're onto the rifles. So that's section 1 done. Once you've done that, you take a 2 to 5 minute break, and then you hop on to section 2, which is the bow and the crossbow challenge. You'll do 2 15-minute sessions with a 2 to 5 minute break in between. Now on to section 3, which is the AK only. First thing we're going to do is we're going to be working on the AK spray. So for 5 minutes, you're going to stand in the 25 meter and spray, and you're going to go to 50 meters and spray for 5 minutes, and then you're going to go to 125 meters and spray for 5 minutes. Take a 30-second break, and then you're going to hop into the next one. Now you're going to spray here for 5 minutes, and remember, with all these exercises and runs, you are keeping the data that is shown in the top left, the headshot accuracy and the overall accuracy, and you can enter that in the Excel data sheet. So that's the AK warm-up done, and once that's finished, another 2 to 5 minute break, and then we're on to the last section, which is the practical. So for here, you're going to hop into gun game for 15 minutes, and when you finish with that, you're going to hop into AK freefall for 15 minutes. For section 1 to 3, you're playing against bots and just working on your aim and getting comfortable with the guns, whereas in section 4, people tend to play differently to bots. So for the all gun warm-up, this is going to be done on the main UKN server, targets flat map. The bow and crossbow section is done on the bow and crossbow only server. You'll find all of this below. The AK warm-up is also done on the UKN server, targets flat map. Then when you move on to the AK aimbot spray, you want to switch from targets flat to aimbot's proc map. The practical is also done on UKN. You can just choose the gun game for that. And then the AK freefall you can do on UKN, but I prefer to do it on another server, which is rustreborn.gg. We're going to start on the top left by the all gun spray. Day 1 is the blue line with the black dots on it, right? That was our control. That was day 1. In theory, for this to have worked, the next day should be above the previous day. Hence, I'm improving. And looking at the graph, I could definitely see that happening. Comparing day 5 and day 1, there's a big difference. The same goes for the all gun headshot accuracy. Across the board, I saw an improvement. Now moving to the bow and crossbow. Early game in Rust, some of the best gameplay, but also the hardest. You can win your bow and crossbow fights in the beginning of the game, you're set for a good wipe. But sitting there and playing with the bow and crossbow for half an hour for each day really made me more comfortable using it. There wasn't a significant increase in my KD or my performance, but what I can say is I feel a lot more comfortable with the bow and crossbow. Also, bear in mind, when you're hopping on this bow and crossbow server, you are playing against bow and crossbow sweats. So people that are try-harding with the bow and crossbow all the time. When you probably get into a normal Rust lobby, the people you run into that are bowing and crossbowing aren't going to be sweating so hard. Majority of the people you're going to run into aren't going to be as prepared as you are, is what I'm trying to say. This is where it starts getting interesting. Now we move on to the AK only section. The AK is arguably one of the hardest guns to use, or was one of the hardest guns to use before the recoil update. As you can see, my accuracy has definitely improved overall. Looking at the headshot one, it's a bit different. I'm still trying to figure out a little bit why. In my opinion, as long as my accuracy is going up, my headshot accuracy should eventually follow. As long as you're hitting the target over time, you'll get better at hitting the head. So when I look at this data, as long as my AK overall spray is going up, eventually my headshot accuracy should follow too. Comparing my 125 meter spray from day 1 to day 5, there's a big difference. And then when we look at the only AK aimbots, and this is where you're shooting between probably 50 to 125 meter targets, my accuracy overall is much better. And again, this goes for all the challenges that you see here, or all the different sections. I feel a lot more comfortable using all the guns, which going into this challenge, those were the two main goals: improve accuracy and get more comfortable with the guns. And I feel I've done that with this challenge. Same thing with the practical. My goal here was to try to get first place for both game modes on both days. I couldn't achieve that goal, but I tried my best, and this is what you see in the results. And the practical section really does give you an idea of where you're at versing real players, which is good to know before you actually hop into a real server with actual players. So it's good to play against the bots, see where you're at, and then kind of move on to real players, see where you're at, and then hop into the real server. So the challenge was, can I get better aim? Can I get more comfortable using all the guns in Rust within a week? And I can say, yeah, it worked. I'd love for some of you to try this challenge. Let me know your results down below, please, if you can, if this aim train challenge or course or whatever you want to call it does actually help you. And if you're not looking for a challenge and you're just generally looking to improve your Rust accuracy, definitely suggest give this a run, give it a go. Looking at the data, it's helped me, and I'm pretty sure it will help you too. All the information to anything can be found down below in the description. Please, if you made it this far into the video, drop a like. I'd really do appreciate it. Also subscribe, trying to make something out of this YouTube thing, and your support will mean the world. See you on the next video. Stay safe for now. Cheers, my dudes.